Hello YouTube, it is I, James, and I'm back again with another video. So yeah, let's see what we're doing this time. As you can see, I have two Lionel post-war crane cars. One of them, numbered 6560, is the one that you see that is on your right. The one on the left is 6460. Both of these cranes use the exact same winding and raising and lowering mechanism. Simply put, they have this very long rod that hooks into this little, what I like to call a bridge, because it looks like one. You put it into that little hole right there, and of course one end is threaded, and of course the other end has this knob on it that you turn. And as you turn it, the screw thread goes into the bridge. It goes in, and as it does that, since the body shell would be here, and the shell, let me just show you, this is the shell for this one, has a hole in the back. Now that acts as an anchor point for the rest of it. So it pulls the big arm that you see here up and up and up and back down if need be. The other winch you see here, the other little thing, is used for winding and unwinding. Pretty simple. Now some people are going to be confused and say, well, these are the exact same crane. What's different about them? Well, for starters, let's take a look at the 6560 crane. So the 6560 has a very polished shell on the top of it. This is the plastic shell. It's made of a different plastic, kind of like the plastic a lot of early Hot Wheels cars had on them, at least for the chassis. Sometimes they have plastic, sometimes they have metal. Things like that, you know. And it also has a smokestack on the back of it, indicating that this is a steam-powered crane. And usually the steam-powered ones are just called wrecking cranes. But this is it's made by the Erie, but of course it says lionel lines on it, but we won't say that for very long, but we'll get into that in a little bit later, but yeah. And also the chassis on this one, now the chassis on both of these look pretty much the exact same. In fact, they are. But there's one big difference. The 6560's chassis is made entirely out of plastic. All this, plastic. The only thing that isn't plastic is the trucks. And of course that right there where the housing for the crane is, and the crane arm itself is made out of plastic right there, but there are some die-cast and some metal pieces that you see, and all that. And also another big difference is that this crane does not like lifting things that are heavy. In fact, the whole body sort of shakes back and forth like that. And also, the shell is held on via tabs. There's little tab slots there, and then one right there. And those all hold down the shell in place. And also, as you can see, the back knob for this one is solid. It's got a solid discus, while this one has cutouts on it. You can see one right there, there, and there. Now the 6460 is made out of a more durable plastic, as you see right here, and it's not as shiny. It's made out of the same material that the cabooses are made out of, actually. The same sort of composition plastic material. I haven't been able to exactly nail what it's called yet. But anyway, as you see, the crane arm itself, and this one is plastic. I don't think this one is metal. But the entire chassis on the 6460 is made entirely out of metal compared to the plastic one. And on this one it does have a cutout. The discus is cut out for the winding on it and all that. Same thing for the other one. Another big difference is that the crane hook on the 6560 is the hook on it faces outward. The one on the 6460 faces to the side. It's not actually facing front or back, it's just facing that way. And also, this crane does not have a smokestack, albeit it does have the flattened area for one, but there's not one drilled out. I might put one on there, or I might just leave it like that. But anyway, on to the reason why. Also, another big thing, this is not held in via tabs. There are no tab slots that you can see on the sides and on the back. This is actually held in by screws. However, I've lost the screws for them. I mean, I didn't really lose them, though. That didn't come with them. I'll see if I can find some that are the same type, or if I can't. I mean, this piece right here, which goes through the back, I'll demonstrate it right here. You just put that through there. That acts as a good anchor point, and when that's in there, that shell does not come off. I mean, it might rise up slightly, but you can always push it back down. So yeah, it's not a huge problem. It doesn't personally bug me. I mean, if it bugs you, then oh well. But yeah, the reason why these are taken apart is because, as some of you may or may not know, I do have a Model Railroad Club channel, and these two crane cars are going to be painted up in our club colors, which are Kelly green and a bright yellow. And of course, I might put the club logo on there if I can find one, if I can make one that's small enough. If I can't, I'll just leave them to be green. I might have yellow hazard striping on the backs. I mean, I don't know right now. I'm going to see on what I'll do with that. But yeah, just thought I'd make a quick video for all you guys to see on that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video and look forward to seeing the next one. Goodbye.